Any disruption in our ability to supply Ukraine clearly strengthens Putin's position. Extreme Republicans are playing chicken with our national security, holding Ukraine's funding hostage to their extreme partisan border policies. I am willing to make significant compromises on the border. We need to fix the broken border system. It is broken. And thus far, I've gotten no response.
Who broke it? That was President Biden yesterday, blasting Republicans for holding up Ukraine aid over extreme partisan border policies, he says. Biden also claimed he was willing to make significant compromises on that quote-unquote broken border. Senate Republicans blocked a procedural vote to advance an $111 billion national security funding request, which would provide millions for Ukraine and Israel. All 49 Republicans voted against the bill. Prior to the vote, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer suggested that Republicans might not actually care about securing the border, but only want to prevent Ukraine from getting aid. Watch this.
You're asking ourselves this question. Has border been nothing more than an excuse for the hard right to kill funding for Ukraine, and too many other Republican senators who are not part of the hard right are going along? I hope that's not true.
Joining me right now is Virginia Congressman Ben Cline, a member of the House Judiciary Budget Appropriations Committees. Congressman, good to see you. Thanks very much for joining us. I guess he's ignoring the impact of the open border, suggesting you're just using it as a ploy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you talk to my constituents or Americans all across the country, the border is their primary concern, the broken border that Biden created. We had a record set just the day before yesterday, 12,000 people illegally crossing the border, many of them not just from Mexico, Central America, but from China, from Russia, from Middle East. We don't know exactly how many people are on the terror watch list who crossed the border. So my district has an interstate running through it, Interstate 81. And if you talk to the state police who pull over vans and cars, and they see human trafficking, drug trafficking, all of it coming from a broken border, and we need to fix it now.
Well, I mean, Kayleigh, jump in here, because how offensive that the president completely ignores all of that, the drugs coming in, the would-be terrorists, the Chinese nationals, and actually suggests, even Chuck Schumer, suggesting that the Republicans are just using this as a ploy.
Well, and not just that, Congressman, but they also ignore the fact that House Republicans did pass a border security package earlier this year, H.R. 1, that Schumer declared dead on arrival and that Biden would have vetoed anyway, correct?
Absolutely. And now Joe Biden is saying he's willing to take concessions, and the Senate needs to listen to him.
House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan and House Oversight Chairman James Comer are sending a letter to Hunter Biden's attorney, meanwhile, threatening to hold Hunter Biden in contempt of Congress if he doesn't appear for testimony next Wednesday. December 13th is the day they want him in. President Biden once again claimed he never spoke to any of Hunter's business partners yesterday. Watch this.
Can you explain to the Americans amid this impeachment inquiry why you interacted with so many of your son and brother's foreign business associates?
I'm not going to comment on that. I did not, and it's just a bunch of lies.
You didn't interact with many of their business associates?
I did not. There's lies.
A bunch of lies, Congressman, is what the president said.
It's embarrassing for him to directly, in contravention of the facts that are coming out from the Oversight Committee and Chairman Comer, Chairman Jordan on Judiciary, we stand ready to follow the facts. And the more that comes out on the dealings between Joe Biden, James Biden, and Joe Biden's son Hunter, we're seeing a definite connection between the bank accounts, the shell companies that were set up to funnel money from foreign business interests to Hunter Biden and to the big guy himself, the president. Yeah, but they're ignoring it. The DOJ is also not taking it seriously. You were supposed to have his brother in yesterday. He blew off the subpoena. So how can you convince anybody that you guys are actually going to get some accountability here? You know what? The last Congress, the Nancy Pelosi Congress, showed us that when she tried to investigate members of the Trump campaign, that they were held in contempt and ultimately put in jail. And so, you know what? If they won't comply with these subpoenas, we have tools at our disposal that we can pursue. So what is the tool? I mean, what does being held in contempt of Congress mean? What kind of an impact does that have? Well, it means that the courts can ultimately put you in prison for failing to comply with a congressional subpoena.
Okay.